Before you take up your entire summer garden, stop. Some plants are finished. Some are still producing, and some plants are taking up valuable space without giving anything back. So today, we're going to walk through the garden, see what needs to stay, see what needs to go, and then get ready for our fall garden. Let's take a tour. Welcome back to Garden to Table with Kimberly. This garden has given me bountiful harvest over the summer, but now fall is coming, and now it's time to evaluate this garden. The harvest has been amazing with the cucumber arch, but now it's dying. Some crops in the garden have stopped producing. Some are taking up valuable space and not giving anything back. So now it's time to make room for fall. This cucumber arch was one of the biggest successes in my garden. I grew 3 different cucumber varieties here, and they produced extremely well. But now the leaves are dying, the vines are declining, and production has ended. Once a plant reaches this stage, leaving it in the garden does not help me. It continues to use space and water, and unhealthy vines can also hold insects and disease. So all of these old vines are coming down. I'm going to cut away the vines from the arch instead of yanking everything at once. That keeps me from damaging the structure or disturbing the soil more than necessary. Then I'll remove the roots, clean up the fallen leaves, and prepare these beds for a fresh planting of Marketmore 76 cucumbers. I chose Marketmore 76 because I want another vigorous, productive cucumber on this arch while the weather is still warm enough. The corn is doing well, so it stays. The okra plants are tall and they are starting to produce, so the okra plants will stay. The bell peppers are still growing and setting fruit, so they will stay. And the sweet potatoes are still actively growing. They need the rest of their season, so I'm leaving the entire area alone. This is why I do not recommend pulling out the whole summer garden, just because fall planting season is approaching. If a plant is healthy and still has a realistic chance of producing, let it finish. These green beans are coming out. They produced a lot of vines and leaves, but never gave me enough beans to justify the space. A plant can look green and still be unproductive. The green beans on the obelisk did the same thing. They grew, but they never produced. So I'm removing those vines too. I'm also clearing plants that are mostly brown, heavily damaged, no longer flowering, or clearly finished for the season. This is not about making the garden look empty. It's about reclaiming space that no longer is feeding us. My 5 fall priorities are collards, cabbage, broccoli, turnips, and a small amount of lettuce. I originally thought about planting a lot of lettuce, but we do not eat enough of it to justify giving it a large amount of space. That is one of the most important lessons I've learned. Do not plant a crop heavily just because the seeds are inexpensive or plants look pretty. Plant according to what your household will actually cook and eat. After I clear a section, and then I'm going to loosen up that soil, I'm going to add a layer of black cow for compost to restore organic matter. And then if the soil has settled a little, I'll top it off with some fresh potting mix. I'm also going to use worm castings around the new planting areas for a gentle boost. So before you clear your entire summer garden, take a closer look. Keep your producers, remove your passengers, and plan for the season ahead. Thank you for watching Garden to Table with Kimberly. I'll see you on the next video.